an compensators. Compensator is also a little bit, it is a controller only. Compensators are subsystems introduced into the system to meet the desired specification. Always we as in a control system, whenever we are teaching, whenever we are discussing about the control system, always we are focusing on the to get a desired output. Compensators are called it as a subsystems introduces into the system to meet the design specifications. The desired behavior of the system is specified in terms of transient measures and the steady state error. Compensations may be in either it may be in a cascade form or feedback form or both forms, that means in either series or parallel form. In the first diagram, the compensator, the G of S, here you need to consider G of S is an a main system. GC of S we call it as an a subsystem. That is an a GC of S is an a compensator and H of S is an a feedback path. Now in this connection, the GC of S is nothing but an a compensator or subsystem which is connected in series. But in the second case, the GC of S is connected in parallel, so that this is we call it as a parallel compensator. There are three types of compensators we are having: lead compensator, lag compensator, lead lag compensators. In a lead compensator, having a transfer function in the form of, you need to take GC of S is equal to S plus ZC by S plus PC. S plus ZC is nothing but here zeros, and S plus PC is nothing but a compensator poles. Just you need to consider alpha is equal to ZC by PC, which is less than 1, tau is greater than 1. You need to consider like this. Pole is located to the left half of 0. 0 is nearer to the origin. That is the lead compensator improves the transient response, increases the stability margin, increases the system error constant by limited range. Now, lead compensator having an 0 at S is equal to minus 1 by tau and pole S is equal to 1 by alpha tau. You just substitute in the place of ZC, you need to substitute 1 by tau. In the place of PC, you need to substitute alpha t. If you are calculating that GC of S, then you are getting alpha by 1 by tau S divided by 1 plus alpha into Ts. After that, you need to substitute in the place of S j omega, and then you are getting the compensation like this. Lead compensator, this is the finally you are getting the compensator transfer function. That lead compensator can be realized by an electrical network. If you are solving these electrical network, then you are getting a transfer function is that output by output voltage E naught of S by EI of S. If you are solving, you are getting like this. Now you compare this equation with GC of j omega, then you are getting tau equal to R1C and alpha is equal to R2 divided by R1 plus R2, that is an E naught of S by EI of S is equal to, you are getting like this. The DC attenuation caused by alpha can be compensated by an amplifier connected in cascade. Therefore, in sinusoidal transfer function is, once if you are getting an GC of j omega, then you need to find out what is an phi value. Phi is nothing but phase angle. The phase angle you can find out by using the formula tan inverse of B by A. Here in the numerator, what is that? B you are having tan inverse of omega t minus tan inverse, that is in the denominator, so that it will be going to be a minus. So since alpha is less than 1, then finally if you are simplifying the tan phi, you are getting an omega t minus alpha omega t by 1 plus alpha omega square tau t square you are getting. For a maximum phase angle, it must be equal to 0, then the maximum condition you are getting. And similarly, from once if you know the tan phi m, from that we can find out the sin phi m also. And then we are calculating an alpha, that alpha we call it as an attenuation factor. The magnitude of GCF, similarly, once if we are calculated that phase angle, again you need to find out that magnitude of JC of j omega. which is will be equal to 1 by root alpha. The diagram will be like this. Design also, design for design of an this thing also, whatever you are we done till now, we need the write the same thing, what we are doing all these things. Alpha value, what is an omega m value, what is an max when you are getting an maximum phase angle, that means an a condition. Effect of phase lead compensator, it adds poles and zeros to the forward path transfer function. It adds more damping to the system. The rise time and settling time reduces. It improves the phase margin and gain margin. The bandwidth of the closed loop system increases. The steady state error is not affected. This is the problem we are having. Now we need to discuss about an lag compensator. Same for GC of S is equal to S plus ZC by S plus PC. You need to take beta is equal to ZC by PC. Here in the place of ZC 1 by tau and bit PC, that means in poles, in the place of poles you need to take 1 by beta and you substitute and you simplify that thing. After substituting, you need to substitute in the place of S is equal to J omega. Then you take a phase angle and then you compare with this diagram electrical system. Then you need to compare alpha and beta value with GC of J omega. Then you are getting what is tau value, what is the beta value. Once if you are getting a tau and beta, then again you need to find out a maximum phase lag condition, that is a d phi by d omega. Then you are getting a one condition. Then you need to find out tan phi m and sin phi m and then beta value also. This is the problem. Now see here comparison of phase lag and phase lead network. In lead network, what bandwidth increases, high frequency gain increases. In lag network, bandwidth decreases. In lead network, dynamic response becomes faster. In this case, it will become slow. It is having a high frequency noise. In this case, high frequency noise will be going to be reduces. No significant decreases in steady state error. In the case of lag network, the steady state error is reduces. Here the phase lead network is we cannot apply the phase angle. We can apply the phase angle. Right, these are the different types of lag and lead network. Thank you.